Welcome to the casework section of this website. Under this tab, it's self-explanatory. This is where I walk the walk and talk the talk. This is where all of my fellow men and women will see the correct communications and documentation that's required in order to move your claim in court into a public courthouse. And while dealing with all the various different trespasses that are occurring by your fellow man who believe that what they're doing is right. It's important that we are able to look at this one particular case file because it's going to shine a light correctly and properly on the enormous corruption that's occurring in our world today. And this needs to stop. You're going to bear witness, as all my casework that I have, that the wrong and harm that is occurring, whether it's the elderly, whether it's children, or whether it's a family, such as this with a farm, you're going to see enormous wrong and harm. And you're going to see why I could not stand by and had to step up and help these people. This is not about me, this website. It never has been and never will be about me and my journey. I will have an About tab if you wish to learn more about me on this website. But this site was created for all of you to bear witness to the truth and to shine a light on these very types of trespasses that are occurring right across our country and around the world in various different capacities. Any which way you slice it, people are being trespassed upon. They are being dragged into court. They are being destroyed financially when there is no wrong or harm that has occurred to another man or woman. And this is all being done under the color of law. So it is only through communication. It is only through sharing with one another collectively, because I am by no means be-all, end-all. I don't have all the answers. I tell people I got a PhD in failure. And believe me, I have. After 20 years, I've been kicked a lot, and I've been kicked down a lot. But yet here I stand today before my fellow man in this world, and I'm giving notice that I'm coming. And I'm bringing the truth with me. And this is what you all are going to see. And the best way to show it to you is through casework. So come back to this particular tab often. In the initial stages, the initial few months, this is going to be the only case that I'm going to upload. I want everybody, because right now this is before the courts. You're going to see proper documentation on how to establish a common law court. You're going to see when people try and trespass against your casework, your property at a courthouse, how you address it honorably, and who you write to and how you write to them. All of these things are actions, are skills that we have never been taught. And they are so simple once you learn them. Communication is so important because these people that work in these public courthouses, remember, they've all been lied to, like we have. So this is the vehicle that I'm using in order to shine a light on my work, to shine a light on the claims that I'm making of the wrong and the harm that's occurring within this industry. It's called a service corporation being provided to people around the world, and we do not have our organic, lawful governments. This is the way in which the conversation begins, and this is the way we get to the solution at the end. Because it is my wish that through showing this documentation, this isn't just for we the people. This is also for every man and woman that's working in law enforcement. This is what you all need to be shown. You need to be trained in it so that when you find or are involved in wrong or harm that's occurred, fraud, extortion, whatever that trespass is that's occurred against your fellow man, now you're going to have the tools and the capacity to be able to move that prosecution through that public courthouse and prosecute that man or woman who's committing these horrific acts against the people. That's what you all signed up for in law enforcement, to protect and serve. Handing your work off to a society, to people that you do not belong to, has to come to a stop. It has to end. Because it's that very process that you are also supporting the corruption that occurs within this system and process that is out there currently operating today in our public courthouses. So that's why only through the discussion and through shining a very bright light on this particular case are we all collectively going to understand and come together. And the future cases that I have are going to rock this world when you see what I have. It's horrific. From the elderly to children, all of this has to stop. So take notes, learn from the paperwork that I'm providing here so that when you do go to courthouses, you are better prepared, you understand the process, and you are acting honorably in front of that man or woman that is there to serve you. We don't want to have conflict with them. We want to engage with them lawfully. And we want them to know in their hearts that the man or woman that's standing before them, that they are the sovereign, that they have the right to access that court in the correct capacity and move their claim in court how they wish to use it to seek the administration of justice in front of a jury of our peers.